Okay, now we're at the sixth video of exercise 1 on page 71. Okay, at this point we're looking at completing the table given a formula. Okay, so here the formula is negative 4x plus y is equal to negative 2, so I'm going to substitute negative 1 for your x. So you got negative 4 times negative 1 plus y is equal to negative 2. Okay, so negative 4 times negative 1 is 4. Take 4 away, becomes minus 4. So y is negative 6. Okay. The next one, y is 0. So it's going to be negative 4x plus 0 equals minus 2. Okay, so negative 4x is equal to negative 2. So x equal to a half. Okay. The next one, you got an x value of negative half. So you got negative 4 times negative half plus y equals negative 2. So you say y plus, now negative 4 times negative half is 2 equals negative 2. So y is equal to negative 2 minus 2, which is negative 4. Okay, there we got our table complete. Alright, the next one is number 17. Okay, so let's cut this out. Okay, so in question 17 it says determine the equation of line F, G and H. So F is we have 2 points on that line, yes? So it will be in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Your c value of course is 2. So we're going to then say y, so for your gradient is going to be rise over run. So it will be a gradient of 1. So we didn't know that. The coordinates is going to be 0 and 2 on your y-intercept, and your x-intercept is negative 2 and 0. Okay, so it's going to be y2, which is 2 minus 0 over 0 minus 2, gives you 1. So y is equal to 1x plus 2. And this is the graph of f. Okay, so now the graph of g, it's parallel to f. So if lines of parallel, gradients are equal. So what's the gradient of this line? 1. So let's change the color. My gradient is going to be 1. That's the one graph, no? So do you have a y-intercept here? Yes. Y is equal to negative 1. As you can see here, it's your y-intercept. This is for g. Okay. So your equation is y is equal to 1x minus 1. That's your equation g. Then they want h. As you can see, h is parallel to your x-axis. So it has a constant y reading. And what's your y reading there? Negative 2. So your h of x, so y is equal to negative 2. Alright. Let's go to 7.2. 7.2 says determine the coordinates of A and B. So as you can see, A is your x-intercept. X-intercept of what? Of f. X-intercept of f. Okay. So I can use the equation of f to determine the coordinates of A. Remember, that's an x-intercept. What do you do for x-intercept? Let y equal to 0. So x-intercept let y equal to 0. For f of x is this here. So if y is 0, then your 0 is going to lie here. So 0 equals x plus 2. Sorry, I made a mistake. It is actually the x-intercept of g. Okay, and not f. Sorry about that. So g, there's your y. So you got 0 equals x minus 1. So x is equal to 1. Have I answered the question? No. The question is the coordinates of A. So A is going to be 1 and 0 there. Alright. So we got A, B. Let's go to B. you see B is the point of intersection of G and H. Okay, in the next section you will be doing simultaneous equations. You'll be able to do that from there. However, let's use the logic of what we have at this point. You see H is your straight line parallel to x-axis. So this has a constant y reading of -2. So B is on that line. So it's going to be x and -2. Okay? There's a constant y value. Any value on this line of h of x will be y value of -2. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute B, which in this point is your x and your -2, into the graph of g of x. Oh, sorry, the graph of g. Okay? So, what is the graph of g? G of x. Let me just check here. The graph of g of x is y equals, let me just write it here, g of x over g graph is y equals x minus 1. Okay? Again, if I had made any mistakes, please let me know on that number. Otherwise, these videos are free. Okay? Remember, you're going to substitute b into the g of x graph. Remember, again, that's a x and a y. So that is going to be -2 equals x minus 1. Okay? So -2 is equal to x minus 1. We take 1 over. So x is then equal to -2 plus 1, which is -1. Have I answered the question? Now, I have to then say, therefore, b is going to be -1 and -2. Okay, doesn't make sense. Yes, because there's only a negative part of your x-axis, and it's, you see where -2 is. So this is by approximation, yes. So it makes sense as well. So once you have completed the sum, you can also make, you can also check if it makes sense, if your answer makes sense in terms of what is given and what needed to be calculated. Okay. Now we're looking at question 19. In question 19.1, the question says determine the equation of f, g, and k. Okay, f, g, and k. Alright, so if we look at this here, firstly we know it will be in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. This is now for the graph of f. Why do I start at f? No, not because it's in alphabetical order. It's because if we look at g, we only have the y-intercept here. If I look at k, I only have the y-intercept. So I don't have enough information to go with g or k at this point. However, f has two y-intercepts. And you got your x-intercept and your y-intercept there. This is actually, oh no, that is your a value. We actually have a y-intercept which is making c4. Okay, and we have a rise over run here story. So the gradient, is it gradient negative or positive? It's decreasing, so it's negative. The rise, you change in y is 2 over your run is 3. So the equation of this graph is y is equal to -2 over 3x plus 4. Okay. So that is your f. Let's go with g. Change of color. So g of x has the same gradient. Okay. So the gradient is going to be -2 over 3. Why would it have the same gradient? The line is parallel. It has a c value of 0. Okay. So what do we have? Y is equal to -2 over 3x plus 0, which is -2 over 3. That's g. Let's go with k. K of x, same gradient. So your gradient is -2 over 3. And you have a y-intercept of -2. Okay? So what's your equation? Y is equal to -2 over 3x minus 2. Okay? Let's look at 19.2. In 19.2 it says determine the value of a and b. Okay? That I'll do in the next video.